Hi, we're Brian, Marisha, and Klaus. We just spent 2 months overlanding the entire Mexican Baja Peninsula in our Revel 4x4 Sprinter van. Our main goal for this trip was to explore as many dirt roads as possible, as well as testing out our newly acquired surf skills on some of Baja's beginner surf breaks. We learned a lot, so we're making a series of videos to give you what we did not have. And that is a one-stop shop to planning an extended overlanding trip through Baja. In upcoming videos, we'll be covering route planning and maps, vehicle prep, what to pack, border crossing info, basics like fuel and water, roads, on and off-road, off-grid camping, and much more. The do's, the don'ts, and all the things we learned along the way.
That's Spanish for take a load off.
So let's get started.
Bye, Brian. Good luck.
This is all tools of all your basic major tools that we bring along with. And then Tupperware in there for a number of different parts and different type of
Parts and tools and spare things.
yeah, parts and tools and spare things that you might need along the road. And always have a ratchet set as far as metric and standard, depending on what you're going through. So this is really important if you're a Sprinter owner. These star drivers and ratchets are exactly what they build with Sprinters. So if you look into the engine, if you look underneath the seats, you'll notice that these are exactly what you need to do anything with the Sprinter. So make sure you have a set of these. This is just Owl Tools. Wasn't overly expensive on Amazon. I want to say it was like 10 bucks to get this, and I've used it several times already. And if you're needing space, like we're just about to go on a trip, what I'll do is I'll dump all these into a Ziploc bag and then I'll just throw them in here. And this, and then I can eliminate a lot of the space that this carrier has. And I'll do the same with my sockets. I'll dump them into a Ziploc, standard, metric, larger ratchets, smaller ratchets, and I'll have it all divided out. But I put them in Ziplocs because they'll fit. Basically, these are my bags. And then you can just put them anywhere in this box, and you don't have to worry about hard cases to actually store. So it just saves you a bunch of space. And if we do longer trips, we bring more stuff. If we're doing shorter trips, not as much.
And then lastly, we have a couple of little tools and little things that we can't live without, whether you're Baja or overlanding anywhere. The first is, I bought this and Brian made fun of me again, and we use it all the time, but cheap little Walmart toolkit. I think it was $7, and it's great.
So you don't have to dig around in your main tools to try to like get into the tub and find what you need. This is like a quick, just grab it, tighten it up. You gotta always have screws falling out of your van. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Washboard, and it rattled our window right out of the frame.
And last but not least, the little level that Brian found on Amazon is huge when you're parking your vehicle. Brian's buns, it has a natural level.
Look at that.
Let's see. Oh, Brian's buns.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
On point.
That's what I thought. We're not flat.
No, we're definitely not flat.
But you need the two directions though. Don't get the circle one with the bubble. This tells you east to west and north to south. So that way it just makes it a little easier to figure out what you need to do with the vehicle. Yeah. If the left-hand side or the driver's side is low, you can tell it right away, and then instead of trying to figure out a bubble and a circle. So that's just a little, and that one's super cheap. All right, last topic I think is going to be storage, and to each his own on the storage side of things. What we've decided to do with us, we have a garage in the back, we have a Revel. That bed goes all the way to the ceiling. So we have a lot of flexibility. You just have one wide open space. And so we have chosen to use these types of tubs. And these are those Sterilite tubs. And they're stackable. They're really awesome. You'll probably see a picture of it right now in the film. One just goes on top of the other. When the bed's down, it fits perfectly. There's about an inch gap. And so they fit perfectly in the back of the Revel. But even if you have a regular Sprinter that just has a built-out bed and you have a void underneath that bed, what the tubs do for us is that we can interchange how much how much we're bringing with us and what that trip actually is. So if it's in the winter and we're snowboarding, we have snowboard bags, etc. When we were in Baja, we had 4 of them back there, and 2 paddle boards and our 85-pound dog, and that all fit back there just fine.
Okay, so we have to fit all of this into this, plus this. I don't know. And voila.
So the tubs just give you flexibility. It's not a permanent fixture. So if you're doing a light, quick trip over the weekend, you're gonna have a lot of room back there for other things, and rather than a bunch of tubs or some build out, permanent fixture that you can't take out. So these have worked really well for us. Might be something you want to consider as you're building out your van or getting ready for your trip.
And they make good benches too.
Oh yeah, you can sit on them.
Yeah.
Kind of creates another room for us in the back. So in the winter when we're putting our snowboard gear on, somebody's sitting in the back and somebody's sitting in the front. So we kind of have 2 rooms and we're not getting in each other's way. So that works well for that too.
We're gonna get our friend Steve-O to make us some custom cushions for these bad boys. And there are a lot of like bench systems and storage systems that I think it's the GLS systems that you can buy for back there. They're super nice. It would be great to have them, but for us, flexibility is more important than kind of the comfort, just because sometimes we'll have snowboard gear and snowboards and a dog and
paddleboards
and food, and then sometimes it's paddleboard, sometimes it's both.
Mountain bikes we put in there.
Yeah, so we've moved. I use this van for work, so I've moved furniture in it. So the fact that we just have flexibility is probably the most important thing for us. And like Brian said, just wait. So this is how we chose to do it, and it's way less expensive.
Way less expensive, and a lot of it's for weight. And then here's our bungee system. So again, in the just keeping things light, this creates a whole nother storage area. And I reinforce these with actually a little bit thicker bungee, because the bungees are kind of important that you get the right thickness, because it creates the tension and how strong they are. And these have been wonderful. These are, you can slip table, 2 chairs, backpack. You can just swap things in and out. I put these carabiners on here so you can open it up. We usually put our shoes in here. So it just gives you a lot of flexibility of what you want to store. This is always closed for us. This is my side, that's her side. This bulges out to here, and then I only have a few things in.
Okay, moving on.
As you look in here, we give you a little bit better shot.
Yeah, more. These are actually boat nets that we use just for our personal stuff for at night. iPads, phones, books, extra Bobsha socks. Okay, also on the storage train, we have the original Revel, which does not have that kind of built-in shelf. We love having that head clearance and just the kind of the visual height that not having that shelf gives you. So Brian installed these awesome bungees, and we kind of use them for additional clothes and or just kind of coats, sweatshirts, stuff you want to kind of grab and go.
One thing I'll point out is this is a boating deal as well. And so I just put little clips with screws. We added this later because this wasn't tall enough. If you have these cabinets, you'll notice things fall out all the time. But I added these, and you never have enough chip clips. That's what that is. To kind of give you flexibility, hold the bags of tortilla chips in there, etc. We also did that on the pantry, and then I put these in so you can still move them down, get bigger things in and out, and then it keeps things from falling out. I would say it's priceless. What would you say?
Yes, as we've broken jars of pasta sauce inside before.
I'm washing marinara sauce on the dog bed.
For those of you, Baja or not, just off-roading in general, these things, game changer. So this is really helpful for just kind of keeping everything in place. And then rather than adding a shelf, again, it's all about weight and flexibility, is we added this one up here on top to hold extra cups. And what we'll do is we will all the little things that we've purchased, big and small. We'll put links in the description. So if there's anything that you're thinking about purchasing, it'll make it easy for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this one. And next time, I think we're going to cover...
Something more fun?
Yeah, these aren't very fun, but, hopefully you learn a lot. And next time we'll cover packing. So all the kind of things personal items that we packed for Baja.
What we did and did not use.
True.
You don't need a coat.
No. Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
I wore a down poncho one day, so that's not true. Don't listen. All right. Catch you next time. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Adventure is calling.